Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you're here, and in case you missed the last video, it was all about doing your research before you start the home buying process in order to find the right home for you in Hawaii. So if you missed that, please go back and watch that one first and then join me on this one. So as a culture, we put so much emotion into owning a home. That's the American dream, right? But it's my job to set the expectations of what's a reality and what's a wish. So let's kind of break those things down. I'm going to go back to the wedding analogy again, just because that's my background. But so frequently I would get brides that would call me and say, Marina, I would love to have this Pinterest perfect wedding. And they tell me all the things they need to have. And they want 100 guests, but guess what? They have $30,000. And honey, I love, love, love your optimism, but I have to break it down for you. It's just not a reality. Things in Hawaii cost more. Things in Hawaii take longer to happen. And it's just, we have to set our expectations properly so that we're not setting ourselves up for disappointment. So the same attitude goes with buying a home. We need a reality check. We can have a wish list a mile long, but the truth is we have a budget, and it's my job to help you stick to that budget and keep realistic expectations. The worst thing that can happen is you regret your purchase and you come back and blame me, and it's not my fault. I told you all the things. This is my job. It's to be honest with you and just help guide you with what's the best decision. But ultimately, you are responsible for the choices. So here's the list of questions to focus on. How many bedrooms do you need? And this can break down to how many people are in your family or do you plan to have in your family? Second question is, do you work from home? Would you like a space in your home designated as an office? That would need another bedroom, or at least a nook in your home for that space. How many kids do you have, or do you intend on having? Keep that in mind. Is a garage absolutely necessary? Is designated parking necessary? Do you want covered space necessary? Or is street parking okay? All of these are things to keep in mind when you have multiple vehicles, or maybe you're single and you just have one, so it's a lot easier. How close to work do you need to be? Does traffic drive you crazy? Do you want to commute 45 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes? All of these things you need to keep in mind as well. Do you want to care for a garden and lawn care, or do you want a completely maintenance-free home and you're just paying an HOA fee for? How much time do you want to spend every weekend cleaning? Is a lot of square footage important, or are you okay with less? Where do your close friends and family live? Are you okay with commuting 30, 45 minutes every time you want to go see a family member? Or do you want to live in the same neighborhood as them? How close is your church? Do you want to be convenient to that? Do you have frequent visitors, a lot of guests that want to come visit? I mean, we do live in paradise, so I get a lot of visitors all the time. It's likely you might too, so thinking about a space for them is important. So another thing I like to tell my clients is we need to think about your day-to-day life. What are the things you're doing on the regular that really affects your quality of life in the place that you live? So when we talk about daily lifestyle more than your wish list, it really helps me zone in what is the ideal situation for you, and I have this agent superpower that I can really determine what's a need and what fits in your financial comfort zone. It's also really important to rank these items and kind of decide what is highest priority. What can you absolutely not live without versus what are some items on the bottom of the list you might be okay trading off with and doing without if you find something else. Okay, so to wrap this up, an honest wish list is the key to finding the house of your dreams. You've really got to do a gut check. What is a need? What can I not live without? And I hope you learned something new and really took those questions to your core and talk with your family, talk to your friends, and kind of hash out what your priorities are. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, click below to subscribe. Next, I'm going to be talking about the home loan process. Woo, it's a big one. So I just really want to break down how much you can afford, right? That's the big question. How much can I afford? How much house can I actually get with my income? So I'm going to be sitting down with a professional, and we're going to do a fun interview, a fun Q&A on all the things loan process, pre-approval, pre-qualification, closing, escrow, all the big scary words, and just make it simple. So I hope you really enjoyed this today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.